share things that you probably would never hear unless it's spoken from the horse's mouth. And I'm telling y'all, I got a lot of stuff.
From her gospel beginnings to ruling neo-soul, Grammy-nominated R&B singer Angie Stone has seen triumphs, betrayals, and jaw-dropping twists. But this shocking truth will forever change how we see R&B. Angie Stone's life was a roller coaster of highs and lows. She was an R&B legend, but her journey to success wasn't easy. Angie Stone was born Angela Laverne Brown on December 18, 1961 in Columbia, South Carolina. She grew up in a home filled with music. Her dad was a cab driver who loved to sing at the local Masonic temple, and her mom worked as a nurse. Music was always a big part of Angie's life, and it didn't take long for her to find her own voice. But Angie didn't start as the soulful singer we know today. Nope. She started as a rapper. In the late 1970s, Angie joined one of the first all-female rap groups, The Sequence, alongside Cheryl the Pearl Cook and Gwendolyn Blondie Chisholm. Angie, then known as Angie B, helped break barriers in the male-dominated world of hip-hop.
The one element that opened the doors for females everywhere. My group, The Sequence, Angie B, Blondie, and Cheryl the Pearl. We were trailblazers. Back in '79, when everybody was in the parks, we was on the road.
Their 1979 hit, Funk You Up, was a game changer. It wasn't just a song, it was a cultural moment. The track became one of the first hip-hop songs ever pressed to vinyl, and the first rap hit by women to crack Billboard's top 50 on the Hot Soul Singles chart. The Sequence paved the way for future female artists, and Angie was at the forefront of it all. They broke barriers in a male-dominated industry and paved the way for so many who came after them.
Wonder and Apache. Okay, I have you to know that Sequence wasn't a one-hit wonder. We wrote those songs.
But here's the kicker. Despite their massive impact, The Sequence never got the recognition they deserve. In an interview, Angie openly expressed her resentment about not getting the recognition she deserves. She's talked about how frustrating it is to see others rise to fame using the same style and techniques she helped pioneer, while she's often overlooked. We laid the blueprint, Angie has said, but people don't even know our names. Her words carry a mix of pride and pain. Pride in what she accomplished, but pain in knowing that her groundbreaking work has been forgotten by so many. It's a reminder that while Angie's music has stood the test of time, the industry has yet to give her the respect she's earned. After her time with The Sequence, Angie decided to switch things up. She moved away from rap and focused on her true passion, soul music. In 1999, she released her debut solo album, Black Diamond, under Arista Records. The album was a hit, going gold and giving us the timeless anthem No More Rain, In This Cloud. Angie's powerful voice and heartfelt lyrics resonated with fans everywhere. She wasn't just a singer, she was a storyteller. Her music spoke to people's hearts, and her career was on fire. But while things looked great on the outside, Angie was facing some serious struggles behind the scenes. Angie's success came with a price. As her career took off, she faced relentless fat shaming from the media, critics, and even her own record label. At her heaviest, Angie weighed over 300 pounds and people weren't kind about it. She was mocked for her size and dark skin, with critics saying she didn't fit the image of a star.
Back when I had all that weight on me, I was on prednisone, which is a steroid. I'd never been a big girl prior to that, but when I got on the medicine, it was right at the peak of my career,
But what people didn't know was that Angie was battling type 2 diabetes. The medication she took to manage her condition caused her to gain weight, making the fat shaming even harder to bear. I was on medication and it made me look bloated, Angie explained. It devastated me when my manager told me Clive Davis wouldn't let me go on the Oprah show because of my weight. The constant criticism took a toll on Angie's mental health. She felt like her talent was being overshadowed by her appearance. But instead of giving up, Angie decided to fight back. In 2005, she joined the 4th season of Celebrity Fit Club, a reality TV show where celebrities work on getting healthier. It was a bold move, but Angie was determined to take control of her life. Before we dive into one of the most tragic chapters of Angie Stone's life, make sure to like and subscribe for more stories about music legends and their incredible journeys. Just when it seemed like Angie was turning things around, another storm hit. In 2015, she made headlines for a shocking arrest. Angie was charged with aggravated assault after allegedly knocking out her daughter Diamond's front teeth during a heated argument. The fight started over Diamond's messy room and her kids running around half naked. Things escalated quickly, and Angie was accused of using a metal object to knock out Diamond's teeth. The incident was chaotic. The media jumped on the story and it spread like wildfire. Headlines screamed about the R&B icon's arrest. The details of the fight with her daughter were all over the news. For Angie, it was a horrible day. She felt so much shame and guilt. Not only was she dealing with a family fight, but now the whole world was judging her. Angie denied the allegations, saying Diamond's tooth was already loose. "I did not knock out my daughter's teeth," Angie said during an appearance on The Steve Harvey Show. "I think the tooth probably fell out because it was already brittle." Despite the public fallout, Angie and Diamond eventually reconciled. "We're in the best place we've ever been," Angie said. But the incident was a reminder that even icons like Angie aren't immune to family drama. If there's one chapter of Angie's life as dramatic as her music, it's her love story with D'Angelo. They met in the 90s when Angie was 30 and D'Angelo was 19. Their chemistry was electric, and Angie co-wrote and produced his hit album Brown Sugar, which earned a Grammy nod. But their relationship faced harsh criticism. People called Angie a sugar mama because of their age gap, and the rumors overshadowed her career. Despite the judgment, Angie called their love the purest. The couple had a son, Michael Archer II, aka Sewell Twain. But the constant scrutiny took a toll, and their relationship didn't last. She felt the world resent her happiness and tried to tear them apart. Though she hid her pain from the public, the pressure damaged her reputation. After their breakup, Angie still held a special place for D'Angelo, even turning down Idris Elba because, as she said, "When it's perfect, how do you find that perfect one again?"
As a matter of fact, it was so real and pure. You could tell by the nourishment of the music then was just pleasant, it was real, it was pure.
Angie's relationship with D'Angelo was a mix of love and pain. It showed how the world can punish women for living and loving on their own terms. But Angie stayed strong, proving once again that she's a fighter who won't let anyone define her worth. At 63, Angie Stone was a force to be reckoned with. She's released 10 albums, including her 2023 release, Love Language, and continued to bless us with her soulful voice. But tragically, the world lost Angie Stone far too soon. In a heartbreaking turn of events, Angie was traveling back to Atlanta from Alabama when the vehicle she was riding in overturned and was struck by a big rig. While others in the van survived the horrific crash, Angie succumbed to her injuries. Her children, Diamond and Michael Archer, expressed their overwhelming grief and are still in a state of shock. Angie's journey was a testament to resilience, self-love, and the power of music. She's faced unimaginable struggles, but she's emerged stronger, wiser, and more iconic than ever. Angie Stone wasn't just a singer, she's a survivor, a trailblazer, and a living legend. Her music has touched millions of people, and her story inspires anyone facing tough times. Angie Stone is proof that no matter what life throws at you, you can rise above it and shine. Angie Stone's death is a heartbreaking loss. She was more than a singer. She was a beacon of resilience, a voice for the broken, and a symbol of hope. Her music will live on, but the world will forever feel the absence of her light. Rest in peace, Angie Stone. Your legacy will never be forgotten.